Once upon a time, in a peaceful forest, there lived a proud and fast hare. He was quick on his feet and loved boasting about his speed to all the animals. His favorite pastime was teasing the slower creatures, especially Tortoise, who was humble but very wise. One day, as usual, the hare couldn't resist making fun of the Tortoise for being so slow. "Do you ever get anywhere?" he asked with a mocking laugh. After hearing enough of Hare's mockery, the Tortoise calmly said, "Yes, and I get there sooner than you think. I will run you a race and prove it. Let's settle this once and for all." The hare burst into laughter. "You race me? You must be joking." But the Tortoise with a steady voice replied, "Let's see who reaches the big oak tree at the edge of the forest. Are you in, or are you afraid that I will beat you?" The hare, full of confidence, agreed. He was sure he would win. I mean, why not? But what he didn't know was the Tortoise had a clever plan up his sleeves. All the animals were surprised that the Tortoise took up the challenge. He was known to be a very slow animal. However, a day was fixed for the great race and all the animals looked forward to it. So the night before the race, Tortoise called his whole family to a meeting. He says, "I have called you together because this is a matter that affects not only myself, but the honor of every tortoise. If I win, then the glory will go to our family as a whole. But if I lose, then we are all disgraced. Our honor is at stake here," he says. So Tortoise recruits all his brothers, who are about the same size and color, gives each a number and the following instructions. "Number 1, go hide in the bush some 50 feet from the starting line," he tells them. "And number 2, some 40 feet beyond that." The plan was each runner to jump into the bush just as the next one emerges some meters ahead along the race course. On the day of the race, no animals went to the market. No one went hunting. All the animals gathered together, excited to watch the race between the Tortoise and the hare. Both animals were ready. Each of them felt confident, and everyone wondered why the Tortoise was so confident, since they felt he was no match for the hare. The race begins. The elephant signaled the start of the race with a mighty blow of his big whistle, the sound echoing across the jungle, and off they went. Some animals stayed behind at the starting line, eagerly watching the two competitors take off, while others hurried over to the finish line, determined to catch the thrilling conclusion of the greatest animal race in history. The hare dashed ahead with blinding speed, leaving the Tortoise far behind. Feeling certain of his victory, in order to show that the Tortoise was no match for him and should not have accepted his challenge in the first instance, he lay down to have a nap under a shady tree midway. "There's no way that slow spook will catch up," he thought. Meanwhile, the Tortoise plan was unfolding. Unknown to the hare, the Tortoise brothers had stationed themselves at different points along the race route. Each brother, identical to the Tortoise, would emerge from the bushes as the hare rested and continued running, keeping up the illusion that the Tortoise was steadily making progress. The hare woke up from his nap, stretched lazily, and continued the race. But to his surprise, he saw the Tortoise ahead of him. How did he get there? The hare wondered. But by the time the hare realized what was happening, he saw the Tortoise near the finish line. He tried his best to catch up with him, but it was just too late. The deed had been done. The last of the Tortoise brothers crossed the finish line just as the hare was catching up. The crowd erupted in cheer for the Tortoise. It was so unbelievable. The hare was humbled, bowing his head in shame. He had been so sure of his victory, yet he had underestimated his opponent. He then had no choice but to congratulate the Tortoise and accept him as the winner. All the animals learnt a very important lesson from the Tortoise, that slow and steady wins the race. Or so they thought. As the ancient Greek once said, Many people have good natural abilities which are ruined by idleness. On the other hand, sobriety, zeal, and perseverance can prevail over indolence. And that brings me to the end of the story. This was the version I was told as a little kid. And so, dear viewers, is this truly a tale of slow and steady wins the race? Or does it show that overconfidence and haughtiness can oftentimes lead to one's downfall? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.